Yo, we've finally made it, folks. BMX Streets is out on Xbox, and we've got a whole update to go along with it, so it's time to get into it. Now, just looking at this menu, things are looking a bit crazy when it comes to the bike. Like, look at the pegs. Also, it's not my actual setup. The mod character is looking a bit wild as well. It's pretty much because I'm using mods at the same time. I think there's a few little crazy things that happen with it. For console players, you'll get all these characters that are there by default. That hat is just a mod thing that's on top. Ignore that. People that do use mod characters, I think the idea is to go with Jim. Then when you get into the game, open up row mod. If you've got a default thing set up, then yeah, you should be in and good to go. And when you pop into the menu again, he'll look green, but it's fine when you're actually in the game. When it comes to the bike, yeah, the pegs and a few things look a bit crazy, like the seat. It's actually okay in-game, it's just on this menu that it looks crazy. For now, I'll set up my bike. And I noticed there's a few interesting little additions here. Like, we've got these. I don't know if there's any other crazy examples as well. I noticed, actually, yeah. I haven't really looked at a lot of this stuff. I've been using mods for so long. I don't really look at a lot of the base stuff. There's some crazy looking bars as well. Those actually remind me of some really old flatland bars that someone I knew made. Other things, well, there's tons of different variations, so I'd recommend going in and checking for yourself. I think we've got a few different new types of pedals, looking at it. Yeah, we'll maybe get into this a little bit later on. Right, so we've got something quick set up. We'll deal with that more later when the mods get sorted out. When it comes to the actual game, we have two new mod maps. We have California Alpha, which is the one I'll check out in this video. Also, the Spillway has been redone. I'll maybe give this a quick look as well. I'll split it out into different videos over time as well, so we get a proper look at everything. All the mod stuff is still there as usual. Also, when it comes to Xbox, I don't think Mod.io implementation is there yet. So you don't have access to mod maps, but it's supposed to be coming very soon. And also multiplayer apparently isn't in yet, and that's also coming soon. We don't know when exactly. So, looking at this California map, again, it's a Rotex special, so it looks amazing. It's actually a pretty dense area, like there's a ton of stuff all over the place. It's kind of unique ledges with different heights and things. This is definitely going to be my jam, doing more technical stuff. We've got a crazy looking bowl and a slide as well. Got some rails here as well that you can blast out to. Apparently this is just like an alpha, and actually some of the surrounding area is going to get included as well, so it's going to kind of keep expanding over time. That's why it's called an alpha. And also, this was a really cool part of the test map. It's finally fleshed out properly. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to actually riding this, now that it's in its full complete state. As for the settings menu, it seems that for the most part everything is as usual. Like a lot of the stuff that I had set up is already there and saved as is, so you don't really need to change anything. Anyway, enough talk. Let's see how this actually plays. Oh wait, the mini hop for nose manis is fixed. If you didn't know, it'd like do this really weird vertical hop out, which is really awkward. Thank God that's over with. Feebles work. Let's try Smith as well. To be fair, those have worked for a while, but they have been a bit temperamental. From what I can tell, some of that stuff is a little bit better than what it used to be, thank God. So the PC players have suffered for a while things have been broken. It looks like for the console release, it's been smoothed out. I may have to work on the flip speed actually, because I don't know, I think that's the way I always had it. It seemed a bit slow there. Yeah, this feels pretty good. My only thing I was concerned about was some crazy like bugs or things being super broken or whatever. Okay, that trick's still there. Let's just pretend that's not a thing. It's part of the map though. Feels amazing. Mostly, at least. Now I can do some of that stuff without it looking like trash. Yeah, this is very much first impressions. I'm not going to stress about riding too well. We'll do proper videos, like, we'll break it down into sections, I think, because that's always been the way I've done it. Give each little area the respect it deserves. We've we hop down? Ooh. Hop down into a smith. Those tended to be a bit broken. Bump jumps seem to be okay. Yeah, this feels smooth. I don't know why I'm saying that. Like I'm surprised. It has been pretty good for a little while. It's hard to put into words what's different. Maybe it's just a placebo thing. Mash hasn't actually like mentioned anywhere what's in the update, I don't think. Because otherwise I'd just list it out for you and it'd help me understand as well. Right now we don't have that information. All in all though, a very solid experience. We get a little bonk on the end? Not quite. So yeah, initial concerns have been alleviated with this. Oof. My plan is to play around with the settings a bit, figure out what works best with the way it plays, and then share it with you all, like camera settings and things like that as well. So bear with me. Probably be a lot of content coming out for this game. I do notice those wall rides are like, or like wall taps are tapping just the front tyre, not both wheels. I don't think it used to do that. Maybe if you go at them from the side, it'll work a little bit better. Yeah, the angle seems a bit weird now. Oh, I don't know. It works. Yeah, when I'm doing it front on like that, it's not quite working as well. As you can probably tell, this map flows really well. Or this park. We've known that for a while. It's good to see it fully fleshed out at this point. Props to Rotex for getting it done. I'm super curious how this map's going to evolve over time as well. Keeping things moving along, we are now at the Spillway. And immediately you can tell it's had a texture overhaul. That the surface is already cracked, tons of graffiti, a lot of shiny puddles as well. That's kind of a Rotex staple. It appears like, for the most part, it's a similar layout to what we already saw. Yeah, maybe nothing too different on that end. Because some of the Rotex updates have kind of like added a ton of rideable stuff as well, like for the conservatory map. This one maybe it is just a texture update, which is fair enough because it is a spillway. You don't really need huge amounts of crap everywhere. For people that are wondering, the previous main map will be broken down into bits. Because presumably at this higher texture quality, the whole thing wouldn't really run very well on console. The aim is to be 120 frames per second, I think, even on Xbox. I'm not entirely sure how it will be looking or performing, because I don't have an Xbox myself. This is just the PC impressions. Nice lighting as well. For the most part though, it does seem fairly similar. Oh, we may have some texture issues over there. Everything was just pitch black. One thing to note, it doesn't seem like there'll be missions, it's just like a free ride type of situation. Yeah, we're getting a few texture glitches. The don't know if that's something that's supposed to be patched out from like an old version of the map. So getting down to the bottom, this is, from what I remember, as far as it's supposed to go. Of course, you can go ridiculously high here. And I would assume this is the end of it. Yeah. Just sort of goes out into that. Okay, so now we're in Applewood Forest, and apparently there's a new section here as well. If you go from the park section, past the half pipe, down to here, there's a new section called Vortex, which is... Somebody mentioned it's a remake of something else. I can't remember exactly. But look at this. This is just non-stop jumps the whole time. Maybe it is a new section, or maybe it's from something else, I'm not entirely sure. But still, there's a lot of it. Okay, I can't believe I did a one-hander. Tables aren't looking so good anymore. I don't really like the way they look at present. Flips seem to work okay. So did the flat 360s. This is just going to show that I don't really have many... Oh God. I'm not really much of a dirt person, as you can probably tell. Well, I managed to get through the whole thing without screwing up from start to finish. That is a sign of some good jumps. And not something we always see, because a lot of dirt jumps have always, I don't know, they've always been a bit temperamental in this game. But at the very least, these ones ride very well. So jumping back here for a little bit of a final session. Overall, in terms of actual content, there's maybe not a lot there if you're thinking about it from a game perspective, like missions, any of the stuff that was in version 1 of Streets. But in contrast, the game feels really good. Damn. So it's kind of set up in a good position for anything that comes next, which has been the important thing. If you've not been playing on PC, this game's been in a variety of different states since release. This is probably one of the best feeling states it's been in. So that's something to be thankful for. And yeah, I think you'll have a good time with it. Down. So for now, I will leave this video as this, kind of a quick first impressions of what's going on. I'll get into things a bit more after I've had more time to play with it, figure out some of the quirks and things like that. We'll do sessions on individual areas. Maybe give some recommended settings when I figure that stuff out. Plenty to come. So yeah, Xbox players in particular, let me know what you think. What's happening on the Xbox side? Does it actually work okay? Hopefully that side went smooth as well. On that note, I will leave it there, I think. Plenty more to come, probably over the next few days. So stay tuned for plenty more. And I will see you in the next one.